Hi, it's Jen from Not So Mystical Tarot. This is going to be your reading for Sun, Moon, or Rising sign of Leo for the first half of June 2019. You can find me on Instagram at Not So Mystical Tarot or notsomysticaltarot.com, all in the description if you would like a personal or private reading. So let's just get started. We have Leo, first half of June 2019, Knight of Cups, Leo. All right, you got some serious emotional, smushy energy coming. What is this all about? What are we talking about here, Leo? The Emperor. Okay, this feels like a return to you taking your rightful place. I don't know where that came from, but that's what it says to me. Is like maybe you've put your, see, you get the emotions there too. Like maybe you've put that on the back burner. Maybe you've put the things that you love on the back burner and you're like, I forgot just who the hell I am. Let me just not be overtaken by all of this emotional stuff. Let me get back to ruling the world, because the Emperor, he runs the show, you know. Maybe you've forgotten. Like, I feel like you've gotten lost in a bunch of emotional, like, maybe people around you are having drama, and you've kind of lost your way. Like, you've lost who you were, and this is saying, hey, this is who you are. This Emperor is who you are. So how about you get back up on your throne, remember who you are, and, you know, let's head in that direction. Let's get a little bit of clarity on this. That's too many cards. Let's get too many. Don't need the sloppy shuffle, right? Queen of Wands. Okay, yeah. It feels like something distracted you and got you off your path. This Queen of Wands, she is all about like doing her own thing and, you know, kind of like doing what makes her happy and following her passion. And it seems like maybe you got hooked up into somebody else's. I feel like someone pulled you astray. Somebody pulled you out of where you belong, and it may have been somebody that was like following their own passion, doing their own thing, and you became sort of like, oh, I want to do that, and you stopped becoming you and you started to become them. It's just what I'm hearing. Okay. Listen, Leo, what do you want from me, right? But you guys are the fire signs. You are the wands. So it's very easy for you to get fired up. Like you see somebody who's really fired up and you go, oh, yeah, yeah. And you start, like, I feel like you got emotionally involved with somebody else's life and you lost yours. Let's see. Let's get a little clarity on this Emperor here. High Priestess. Okay, well, you know what? Either way, you have this High Priestess, and the High Priestess is all about intuition. You know what this means, so I don't have to like go on and on and on about this. You right now are like, oh yeah, I know exactly what this is. I know exactly what's going on. Your intuition is like happening, and you have the intuition, and you know that this is your rightful position. So you're like, okay, yeah, I knew this. You're saying you're watching this going, I knew this. You're not telling me anything I don't know. That's what you're saying. Maybe. All right, let's get a little more information here for our Leos. Where did it go? Okay, we'll take this one. Knight of Swords. Yeah, your intuition is high, and then you have this Knight of Swords who's like not going to let you lie to yourself, okay? I feel like when that Knight of Cups was around and that Queen of Wands, that whole situation was going on, you might have not been quite as honest with yourself about what was happening as you could have been. But this Knight of Swords is he's calling it just like it is. You aren't going to get away with that. And that's okay because you don't want to. Yeah, you get the Hangman. The Knight of Swords is going to say, okay, let's look at this logically, because you're not being logical, or you're following something that doesn't make sense. And the Hangman is like, let's just back this all up. Remember, you're the wands. You guys are fire signs. So you get involved in something and you're like, you're headed that way. This guy is going to help you like just stop for a minute, look at things a little bit differently and go, what am I doing? Right? That's what I think is happening. Let's get some information on this Knight of Swords. Like I said, he's gonna give you a reality check that you may or may not want. You do have Temperance though, so this is saying be a little bit gentle with yourself, okay? You may have made a little bit of a mistake. I feel like you might have gotten a little off track or gone in a little like off on some tangent somewhere. But be gentle with yourself. It happens, we're not perfect beings. We have our own free will. The universe doesn't just guide all of our stuff. We have our own free will. We make choices, and sometimes our choices are wrong. So when you're bringing all this stuff to judgment and you're beating yourself up for whatever thing you've screwed up or whatever, Hello, Ten of Wands. Be gentle with yourself, okay? Whatever it was, and I feel like here with this Ten of Wands, maybe you took on things that were not for you. Like you picked up burdens, you took on stuff that didn't belong to you. That's one thing people hate to hear this, but it's the truth. Ten of Wands is all about things that you have picked up. Nobody puts them on you and then pushes you, to go and carry them. We pick them up little by little and until we can't do anything else. And you know what? Like I said, this Knight of Swords can be super harsh, and you may be beating yourself up like, how could I have gotten involved with that? How could I have done this? Be gentle with yourself. And you know what? With that 10s are the end of a cycle, so put them down. You don't have to keep carrying them. You might have picked them up. You might have created a little bit of a problem. Put them down. That's all. It's your choice. If you chose to pick them up, you can choose to put them back down. So there. The Hermit. Yeah, take a few minutes away. I mean, like, I'm not saying, like, quit your job and go away for 2 weeks or whatever. If you can get away for a couple of hours, go sit in the park, go to a Starbucks, go to the library, go sit in your car, get away from your coworkers, whatever. Take some time away and just rebalance yourself. Like, look at where you have maybe gone a little haywire and, try to figure out how can I balance this situation out again. You don't need to be there, and you don't need to beat yourself up. And like, I always want to point this out. A lot of people are getting this. He's got this light that he brings with him, right? That light is fed by here. You're your own best teacher. You know what you need, and you know where you really need to go. So you know what? If you got off track or whatever, you know it, and you'll fix it. And so what? So you'll take the time away, and you'll fix it. The Lovers. This could be romantic, yes. That you could have gotten involved in something you should not have gotten involved in, or this could also, depending on your situation, attached or not attached, be saying, hey, you have someone in your corner who really loves you. You have a partner in this life. This could also even be like a best friend. It could be like a close family member. It could be a colleague, a best coworker, anything like that. But depending on your personal situation, there is probably someone in your life that you can talk to that's going to be like, yeah, I watched you do that. And I was like, I don't know what you were thinking. What I'm saying is there's going to be someone in your life that supports you. So you don't have to do this all by yourself. And you don't really want to anyways. Whether you want to admit that or not is a completely different story. You do have the Ace of Wands. So you are a fire sign. This is about following your true passion. And it's also about taking some action. Being passionate about yourself. That's what I think it is too. Being passionate about yourself. And like I said, don't beat yourself up. If you got involved in something that you shouldn't have, it's over and done. Put the burden down. You've scolded yourself and done all the things you were supposed to do, and now it's done. So let it be done. Let it be done. Take the action. Take the action of getting outside of yourself, getting away from everybody, and figuring this out and making a plan, and executing that plan. Like, you need to take action, physical action, to make this thing different. Oh, and when you do, look at this, 10 of Cups, happy, fulfilled. So you know what, like, you may have gotten a little off track and a little askew, but you know what, when it all is said and done, if you take the time, take the action, take the time to address the situation, address whatever's going on inside of you or around you, you can move from this upset and all of that stuff and the beating yourself up and the big burden. You can move here to the 10 of Cups. You can move back to fulfillment and back to being happy, because that's what, that's what your whole goal in life is anyway. And that's what the universe wants you to be happy. They don't want you to be sad and unhappy, right? So that's where you're going. It's pretty intense. I hope that you enjoyed this reading and it resonates with you. Let me know. Also, there are tons of videos up for your sign, so take a look at those. And I put videos up every couple of days, so check in. I'll talk to you later.